Hello students, our new topic is tissues. In my last video, we discussed a lot about the topic cell and the cell structure in detail. In this video, we will discuss meaning and classification of the tissues. Then, difference between plants and animal tissues. And lastly, we will discuss the plant tissues in detail. So let's start the topic tissue. First of all, we must know that what is the meaning of tissues. I have already told you that all the living organisms are made of cells. In unicellular organism, there is a single cell, and that single cell perform all the basic functions of the organism. But in multicellular organisms, there are millions of cells, and these cells are specialized to perform specific functions in the organism. Each specific function is performed by a group of cells. It means the multicellular organism have the term division of labor. मैंने आपको पीछे बताया था कि यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म में एक सिंगल सेल होती है, तो सिंगल सेल होती है, सो देयर इज नो डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर बिकॉज दैट सिंगल सेल इज परफॉर्मिंग ऑल द फंक्शंस. बट इन द मल्टीसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म देयर इज डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर, which means that the work is divided in the cells. Okay, so we can say that the group of cells of a common origin that are similar in structure, listen carefully, common origin means they are originated from a single cell, that are similar in the structure and work together to achieve a particular function. It forms the tissue. In other terms, we can say that the cluster or group of cells performing a specific function is known as tissue. Let's discuss the classification of tissues. Tissues are classified into two categories: plant tissues and animal tissues. Before going into the detail of plant tissues and animal tissues, we must see the overview of the difference between the plant tissue and the animal tissue. The plant tissue are in the stationary phase. You all know that plants are stationary, means they are fixed. So the tissues present in them are in stationary phase. But animals, they move. So the animal tissues are in locomotive phase. Plant tissues, they consist of both living and dead cells. But the animal tissues, they consist of only living cells. Plant tissues provide mechanical support to the plant, and the animal tissues, they support the locomotion. Plant tissues require less energy, but the animal tissues, they require more energy. Mostly tissues present in the plant, they possess the unlimited growth. We all know the growth of the plants is unlimited. It means the plant tissues show the unlimited growth. But the animal tissues, they possess the limited growth. They can grow to a fixed period only. Most plant tissues are capable of producing their own food by the process of photosynthesis. But the animal tissues, they possess the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Means they are dependent on other organisms for their food. Let's discuss the plant tissues in detail. Plant tissues. Plant tissue is a collection of cells. It is a group of cells performing the specific function for the plant. Different plant tissues combine to create the plant organs. We all know that cell is the basic unit of the life. Cells combine to form the tissue. Tissues combine to form the organ. Okay, so different plant tissues combine to create the different plant organs like leaf, stem, root, flower, bud, etc. Now we will discuss the classification of plant tissues or types of plant tissues. Plant tissues are of two types: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue is that tissue which can divide. Meristem means to grow, and growth is possible only due to the cell division. Okay, so meristematic tissues are undifferentiated tissue and dividing cells. Okay, but the permanent tissues, they are differentiated and non-dividing cells. First we will discuss the meristematic tissue. These are present in the growing part of the plant. I have told you that growth is possible only due to cell division, and cell division is occurring in the meristematic tissue. So the meristematic tissues are present in the growing part of the plant, such as tips of the root, tips of the shoot and branches, and these are responsible for the growth and development in plants. Meristematic tissue is of three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Let's have the difference between the apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. First of all, location. Their name is suggesting their location. Apical meristem means the meristematic tissue which is present at the apex or at the tips. So this meristematic tissue is present at the growing tips of the stem, root and the young leaves. But the intercalary meristem, that is present in between. It is present at the base of the leaves, twigs and at the base of the internodes. Last is lateral meristem. It is present at the sides. It is found as cambium in the vascular bundle. Then function. Apical meristem is present at the tip. It means it is responsible for the growth and elongation of the roots and stem. Or we can say that it increases the length of the plant. जो apical meristem होता है वो roots की, stem की tips पर present होता है. Tip मतलब ऊपर, तो वो क्या बढ़ाएगा, उसकी length को increase करेगा. ओके, बट जो इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टम होता है वो क्या कहाँ प्रेजेंट होता है, दैट इज प्रेजेंट एट द बेस ऑफ द लीव्स एंड द ट्विग्स. सो इट इंक्रीजेज द लेंथ ऑफ द ब्रांचेस एंड द लीव्स एंड इट हेल्प्स इन द बेंडिंग ऑफ द लीव्स. जो लीव्स होते हैं हवा के साथ झुक जाते हैं, दैट इज ड्यू टू द इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टम. एंड लास्ट लेटरल मेरिस्टम, दैट इज प्रेजेंट एट द साइड्स. सो इट इंक्रीजेज द डायामीटर एंड गर्थ ऑफ द प्लांट. जब हम एक नया प्लांट लगाते हैं, बो करते हैं, सो करते हैं, तब क्या होता है, उसका स्टेम बहुत वीक होता है, पतला होता है. बट कुछ टाइम बाद जब आप उस प्लांट को ऑब्जर्व करते हो, इट्स स्टेम इज इंक्रीज इन द डायामीटर, ओके, एंड हार्ड. दैट इज ड्यू टू द लेटरल मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू. In this diagram, you can see that the apical meristem is present at the apex or at the tip, and the intercalary meristem that is present at the base of the twig as well as at the base of the leaf, whereas the lateral meristem that is present in the sides. It means the apical meristem that is responsible for the increase in length, and the lateral meristem that is responsible for the increase in the diameter. Next is the permanent tissue. These are formed of those cells that have lost their capacity to divide. The cells may have a thin or thick wall. The intercellular spaces may or may not be present. मैंने अभी बताया था permanent tissue, that tissue which is non-dividing tissue. अब division stop हो चुका है उसमें. Okay, so this is permanent. Permanent means there is no change. Okay. Permanent tissue is divided into two categories: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is simple or complex on the basis of the types of cell. If the permanent tissue is made up of one type of cells, this is simple permanent tissue. Okay, but if the permanent tissue is made up of different types of cells, अलग अलग टाइप की सेल्स मिलकर अगर परमानेंट टिश्यू बनाते हैं, दैट इज कॉम्प्लेक्स परमानेंट टिश्यू. फंक्शन ऑफ सिंपल परमानेंट टिश्यू, इट इज सपोर्टिव इन फंक्शन, इट प्रोटेक्ट्स द प्लांट. The complex permanent tissue, its function is very important: conduction and transportation of the materials. Means the transportation of food, transportation of water in the plant. Let's discuss the simple permanent tissue. It is made up of only one type of cell. They are supportive and protective in function. It is of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Let's discuss parenchyma. It is made up of thin-walled living cells, and these cells are rounded or oval in shape. Parenchyma tissue is located in the soft parts of almost all the organs of the plant, and they are present in the flowers and fruits of the plant. Next is the function. It forms the packaging tissue in the plants. It provides rigidity to the plants. It store food and it bound the healing. Means जो plants के अंदर टूट फूट होती है उस healing को repair करता है, and it has the power of regeneration. In some conditions it contain the chlorophyll. कुछ conditions में कुछ plants में क्या होता है, it contains the chlorophyll. So there it performs the function of photosynthesis also. At that time parenchyma is known as chlorenchyma. Why chlorenchyma? It contains the chlorophyll, so it is known as chlorenchyma. Next tissue is collenchyma. These are made up of the elongated cells and have thickenings at the corner due to the deposition of cellulose. जो parenchyma cells हैं that they are thin walled, but जो collenchyma cells हैं उनकी corners पर thickening होती है. You can see in this picture they have the thickenings at the corners. Location: collenchyma cells are located in the stem, leaf stalk and the leaf midrib. Function: it provides mechanical support to the developing organs. It stores the food and allow growth of the organs. Next one is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma tissue, it is made up of dead cells. It is the hard, supportive tissue formed of long, narrow, fiber-like cells with pointed ends. Okay, you can see in this picture the pointed ends. These are the dead cells with thick lignified cell walls. इनकी जो सेल वॉल्स होती हैं वहाँ पर लिग्निन डिपॉजिट होता है. जो अभी मैंने लास्ट आपको कॉलेनकाइमा बताया था वहाँ पर कॉर्नर्स पर थिकनिंग है, सिर्फ कॉर्नर्स पर ड्यू टू डिपोजिशन ऑफ सेलुलोज. बट इन केस ऑफ स्क्लेरेंकाइमा there is thickening on all over the cell wall, and that thickening is due to the lignin, and there is no intercellular space. Sclerenchyma tissue is located in the roots, stems, leaves and petiole. Its function: it makes the plant stiff and hard. Hard tissue है, supportive tissue है, so इसका function क्या है? Plants को support करना. Next is the complex permanent tissue. This was all about the simple permanent tissue: parenchyma, collenchyma and then sclerenchyma. Next is the complex permanent tissue. It is made up of different types of cells which work together as a unit to perform a particular function. The complex permanent tissue is of two types: xylem and phloem. First is xylem. It is the vascular as well as mechanical tissue. It is responsible for the conduction of water and minerals from roots to the top of the plant. आप सभी जब भी plants को water देते हो कहाँ सप्लाई करते हो? In the roots of the plant. अब उन roots से plant की टिप तक पानी कैसे पहुँचता है? How it reaches to the tip of the plant? That is due to the xylem tissue. So xylem tissue is responsible for the conduction of water, or we can say the conduction of liquid food. Okay, next is the components of xylem. Xylem is composed of four components: xylem tracheids, xylem vessels, xylem fibers, then xylem parenchyma. First is xylem tracheids. Xylem tracheids are hollow, tube-like structure. You can see in this picture that xylem tracheids are hollow, tube-like structures with large lumen. Tracheids are dead cells. They are dead cells. Remember, xylem tracheids are dead cells. They are lignified cells. Means they have the deposition of lignin, with deposition of the lignin where? On the cell wall. Okay. Next is xylem vessel. Xylem vessel, that is the advanced conducting element of the xylem. जो xylem vessel होता है, that is responsible for the flow of water, transportation of water. The lumen of the vessel is wide than the tracheid. In this picture you can see that how the tracheid look like and how the vessel look like. Next is the xylem fiber. It provides strength to the tracheid and pylon. जो ट्रैकिड और वेसल्स होते हैं, ये दोनों वाटर की ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में का काम करती है. एंड फाइबर दे प्रोवाइड स्ट्रेंथ टू द ट्रैकिड्स एंड वेसल्स. नेक्स्ट इज द xylem parenchyma. It store the starch, fat and tannins, etc. The radial conduction of water is the function of xylem parenchyma. Very important. जो ट्रैकिड्स और वेसल्स हैं वो क्या करते हैं? यूनिडायरेक्शनल फ्लो ऑफ वाटर करते हैं. सिर्फ रूट से पूरे स्टेम तक ऊपर तक लेकर जाते हैं ट्रैकिड्स एंड वेसल्स. पैरेन्काइमा क्या करते हैं? साइड में जो ब्रांचेस हैं वहां पर पानी कैसे जाएगा? विद द हेल्प ऑफ xylem parenchyma. तो जो xylem parenchyma है वो क्या करते हैं? रेडियल कंडक्शन यानी कि साइड में वाटर को सप्लाई करते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज फ्लोएम टिश्यू. दिस इज द लिविंग कंडक्टिंग टिश्यू and it is responsible for the transportation of the food from green and storage organ of the plant to the other organ. Plants के अंदर food कहाँ बनता है? leaves में या green part में. okay? but store तो वहीं नहीं रहता ना. उस leaf से पूरी plant body में जो food का transportation है, that is due to phloem tissue. Next is the components of phloem. Sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. Sieve tubes. These are the living and thin walled cells. Sieve tube element, they lake the nucleus. Very important. 1 mark question. Sieve tube elements, they lake the nucleus. उनमें nucleus present नहीं होता and play the role of conduction of the food. Next is companion cells. This is the living and thin walled cells. Sieve tube element and the companion cells, they originate from the single mother cell. So they are called sister cell. एक ही सेल जब डिवाइड होती है तो उसी से सीव ट्यूब बन जाती है. एक सेल सीव ट्यूब बन जाती है, एक सेल कंपेनियन सेल बन जाती है. तो इसलिए उनको हम क्या कह देते हैं? दे आर सिस्टर सेल. ठीक है, क्योंकि उनका ओरिजिन एक ही सेल से हुआ, सेम सेल से हुआ. देन फ्लोएम फाइबर, दे प्रोवाइड मैकेनिकल सपोर्ट टू द कंडक्टिंग एलिमेंट. Then phloem parenchyma, it store various materials like resin, latex, mucilage, etc. It perform the function of conduction of food in radial direction. जैसे xylem parenchyma था वो भी क्या कर रहा था? रेडियल डायरेक्शन में फ्लो कर रहा था वाटर को. ऐसे ही phloem parenchyma भी क्या कर रहा है? रेडियल डायरेक्शन में ट्रांसपोर्ट कर रहा है फूड का. और phloem fiber वो सीव ट्यूब और कंपेनियन सेल को स्ट्रेंथ प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. यू कैन सी इन दिस पिक्चर दैट द फ्लोएम पैरेन्काइमा, कंपेनियन सेल, सीव ट्यूब, हाउ दे लुक लाइक. ओके, नेक्स्ट वी कैन कंपेयर दैट हाउ द xylem vessel and the phloem vessel look like. This is the basic difference between the xylem vessel and the phloem vessel. In the xylem vessel, the transport is one way. एक ही डायरेक्शन में ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होता है. बट फूड ऊपर नीचे 2 वे फ्लो होता है वहाँ पर वेसल्स में, फ्लोएम वेसल्स में. ओके, सो xylem vessel show 1 way transportation and the phloem vessel show 2 way transportation in both the direction. Next up, there are some special tissues or secretory tissues which are present in the plants. They perform some special functions. First is the lenticephorous tissue. It is made up of the long, highly branched and thin walled cells, and these cells are filled with the milky juice which is known as latex. Latex एक मिल्क जैसा सब्सटेंस होता है जो कुछ टिश्यूज में स्टोर होता है. It prevents the plants from the infection by bacteria and fungus. So लेटिसिफेरस टिश्यू का फंक्शन क्या है? प्रोटेक्शन. कहाँ से? बाय इन्फेक्शन ऑफ द बैक्टीरिया एंड फंगस. लाइक opium. Opium is obtained from the latex of the Papaver somnifera. Indian rubber. रबर आप लोग जो यूज करते हो, that is obtained from the Ficus elastica. So this is the example of leticiferous tissue. Next is the glandular tissue. Glandular tissue is made up of glands. These glands contain the secretory or excretory material. What is the function of glands? To secrete something, okay, to excrete something. These glands, they may secrete the mucus, like in the leaf of the beetle. Beetle के जो leaves होते हैं वहाँ पर mucus secrete होता है. Oil secrete कर सकते हैं, like in fruits and leaves of the lemon or orange, and or they may secrete the nectar. Nectar क्या होता है, कहाँ present होता है? Flowers के thalamus में. ओके और उस नेक्टर को सक करने के लिए ही उस पर हनी बीज आती हैं. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट्स, दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द टिश्यूज एंड द प्लांट टिश्यूज. इन माय नेक्स्ट वीडियो वी विल डिस्कस द एनिमल टिश्यूज इन डिटेल. थैंक यू सो मच. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट then you can ask in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please like and share it and subscribe to the channel for more such videos.